So I'm out on a date a couple of days ago and we're having this spicy chicken soup. And then, as it happens, sometimes you excuse yourself to go to the toilet. And it was this fancy place, it was a nice little restaurant. And in Korea, you'll find this a lot where the toilet of the restaurant is not inside the restaurant. You got to go out the building, round the back, and there's a toilet with a passcode in some side door. And so I go there and I type in the thing, and then I go in, and the toilet is like really, really shitty. It's kind of dirty, it's cramped, it's small with a low ceiling, there's kind of spider webby stuff, there's rusty metal on the floor. It kind of reminds you of, if you've seen the movie Parasite, like that underground toilet that they have. It gives those vibes. And the contrast of the nice, clean, presentable restaurant with the pretty waitresses and this toilet was so stark that I told this friend of mine, or the girl that I was on the date with, because she was trying to come up with ideas for a photography project. I said, you know what, it'd be good if you did a photography project about this, like what Korea shows to the world and the reality behind the scenes. And in some ways, I got to thinking about it. And to be honest, maybe it's the message is too obvious to make a good project in photography, or maybe not. Who knows? But in any case, I started thinking about it, and I was like, "There's a lot you can tell from somebody's toilet, right? Let's say you were invited to a friend's house, and then you were having a great time and whatever, and then you went into the toilet, and there was like toothpaste flakes all over the mirror. The toilet had like shit stains, and it's just dirty and smelly. Like, you would immediately have this very distasteful experience and be like, think worse of the person in some ways, or just the experience would be worsened, because it's almost like a part of their life that they couldn't hide, right? I heard another thing that it was way back. I don't know who told me, but it was this, like, I think it was this Korean woman who said, if you go to somebody's house and you look at the back of their plate and there's like, it's not properly washed, you can tell a lot about their cleanliness in general. And I was like, that's a bit psychotic. Like, you're not going to go into random people's kitchens of the houses you're invited to, just turn it around and be like, let me judge you. I mean, I thought that was a little bit over the top, but nevertheless, there is something to be said about the toilet, or these details giving away the reality of somebody, or somebody's house, or in this case a restaurant, or even, as I'm trying to say, the entire country. It's letting down the entire country, the toilet problem, hence the Korean toilet problem. Why is this? What's going on? And you may think differently, but this is how I see it. Korea, we know, is one of the main characters of the East Asian economic explosion. Korea, Japan, and now China, but Singapore. These countries went through an extremely rapid stage of economic development. And in the process, there's some holes. There's some holes because we had to paper over the cracks with concrete, right? Imagine you were living in wooden huts and you were basically a third world country, but in an effort to develop super fast and make things just smooth and shiny, we were in a rush. We were in a rush, and we put concrete over everything, cement, and made everything shiny and pretty. But in the process of just getting it ready to be sold, getting it ready to be seen, we didn't take care of the deep-rooted things, like the toilet, like the stains in the back of the plate, right? And that's what I think the toilet kind of signifies, because there's a lot of things in Korea that we haven't digested as a country. And again, the toilet shows it. It's the place of digestion. We haven't digested properly our relationship with North Korea and the war and the trauma of war. In fact, the war is still technically just a ceasefire right now. It's not. We haven't had a peace treaty. We certainly have not digested properly the colonialization of Korea by Japan and the atrocities that went on during that occupation. We haven't digested properly a lot of things, the economic development, like we talked about. So now we have this very interesting and somehow sad situation in Korea where you have we have the fastest internet in the world. We have we have the best what can I say, the best soft culture explosion in the world right now with the influence of K-drama and K-pop and K-fashion and all this kind of stuff. And everybody's coming to Korea. It's in right now. Squid Game, Parasite, it's in right now. And we are an insanely talented people, right? Small country, winning all those medals in the Olympics, winning all the computer games, highest average IQ. We're a weird group. But again, behind the scenes, there's all these issues. Low birth rate, highest suicide rate, population cliff, population explosion, whatever they call it now. And I just thought, when I went to that toilet, this is kind of a symbol of Korean society in a way, and it would make for a fun little project. Now, these are the kinds of thoughts I'd be having on the dates, guys. Anyways, I thought it was just an interesting anecdote. Maybe it went too long, but let me know if this interests you and if there are similarities in your culture. Is there something you see as a symbolism of your country in a subtle architecture or something like this? Anyways, there you have it. That's it for today. The glasses, I'm not sure if maybe it's too much reflection, but it's because to protect my eyes. See you later.